see you've been good and you haven't touched the advent calendar. No, I haven't. I decided you were right. It's not nice to take other people's things. Because the real meaning of Christmas, well, we'll find out at the end of this. Elfie, I wanted to tell you a story about St. Nicholas. Have you ever heard of St. Nicholas? No, I haven't. Who's St. Nicholas? Elfie, St. Nicholas is a person who is known for selling his own possessions. Possessions are things that you own. He sold his own possessions to give to the poor. Do you know that there are children out here that have no presents for Christmas because their mommies and daddies have to send Santa money to help pay for the presents, and some mommies and daddies can't afford it. A lot of single mommies, and especially a lot of people nowadays with what's going on in our world. Oh, that's really, really sad. I'm so happy I didn't eat the chocolate because maybe that's all Polly will have for Christmas. It makes my heart feel really good. Oops. Well, that was very nice of you, Alfie. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to do what other little boys and girls do. On December 6th, St. Nicholas comes. So the night of December 5th, you put out your shoe. And in the morning, you will find a treat. This tradition started years ago when St. Nicholas realized there were children that were so poor they had nothing. So he would fill their shoes with nuts and fruit and any little thing he could afford after he sold his own things. That's how kind St. Nicholas is. He thinks about others. And I know Sandy Mom has taught all her children it's better to give than receive. Did you know that Sandy Mom has 8 children? Yeah, I think you told me. I can't believe it. How can someone have so many children? That's so many children you have to take care of. Well, she loved being a mom to 8. But what she also loved was showing them the true meaning of Christmas. At Christmas time when they were little, they used to go to a place called St. Joseph Villa and bring gifts for those children. And on Halloween, she'd bring gifts of candy there into Hillside. And there's something called a giving tree. I don't know if they have it anymore, but they would take some names of families and buy them gifts. Did you know that Sandy Mom used to volunteer at the church giving gifts? People would donate gifts, and they'd make up gift baskets for people that couldn't afford Christmas. There was a story she told me about, they had a name. It was a man or a woman and their age. And there was a man who was in his 90s. And they had a lot of gifts. But all they gave the man was a pair of socks. And it was toward the end and they had so much stuff left over. So Sandy said she would like to give him some more things. And, well, there's something called politics, but I won't bore you with that because it's not for kids to know about. But anyhow, she said she would pay for the gifts if that's what it took, because someone that old, who's lucky to be that old, should have more than a pair of socks. So she gave a donation and filled up his box with socks and slippers and t-shirts and a warm sweater and blanket, and that made her feel happy. Do you think she's St. Nicholas? I think she's St. Nicholas's helper. She always loves to help people, and she taught her children to do the same. And we're hoping now that they're grown up, except Paulie's not grown up, but he sure knows about giving and not receiving. I hope they've learned to give to the less fortunate, even if the less fortunate would be your mom. No hint there. Wow, that's really nice. I never, ever knew about the St. Nicholas Day. I'm going to put out my shoe and see if I'll get something. That sounds like so much fun. So everybody out there, if you're a kid, a little kid, or even you're 90 years old, put out your shoe on the night of December 5th. That would be Sunday, tomorrow. So this vlog is going to go out on Sunday to remind you about St. Nicholas Day. Put out your shoe. Make sure your parents know you put out your shoe so they don't put it back by mistake. Yes, and then in the morning, well, you know, with what's going on in our world, if you don't get anything, it doesn't mean St. Nicholas doesn't love you. It just means he couldn't make it there. But if you get some things, it means he was able to get to where you live. So put out your shoe, and in the morning, you may find a candy bar or a quarter, a dollar, whatever, an orange. It will be a surprise, but it will be something that St. Nicholas gave, and it makes him feel good in his heart. Do you feel good in your heart when you give people things? I do, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Alfie does too, even though he gets into a lot of mischief. Oh, he's sleeping on the job again. Mr. Alfie, why are you always laying down? I think I'm still thinking about the chocolate. I must admit, I love chocolate. Well, when you put your shoe out, maybe you'll get some chocolate. You'll get rewarded for being a good Alfie. I know you have an important job for the month of December, even though it's getting into mischief. It makes little children happy, so you are like St. Nicholas too. You help other people. You put a smile on their face. You're a good Alfie. Even though sometimes you may think like you did about the Advent wreath. Oops! The Advent wreath! Oh no, Sandy Mom! She hasn't put up, she puts it up every year. I know she's having a hard year. Oh, I wish we could help her get one together because it's real important to her. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Well, if I could go to the Dollar Tree, I would get her all the stuff she needs to make it. You know, it's called a DIY. I can't do that. I don't drive, and I don't really know what a DIY is. Well, I'm sure she'll do her best, and if she doesn't, she has a great kid, Polly, and he'll understand. She will talk to him about it. It's written in the Bible. He'll know all about it. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean you don't know. But don't forget, everyone, put out your shoe on the night of December 5th. But if nothing's in there, St. Nicholas still loves you. He just couldn't get there because of what's going on in our world. So if you have the chance to give someone something, do it. And tell me the feeling you get in your heart. I know Sandy Mom, every time around this year, she would go to McDonald's and stand there and wait for a little old man. And she would have a $20 bill and she'd ask, could I please pay for your meal? Sometimes they'd be like, oh no, you don't have to. And one year there was a man with his wife and all they ordered was coffee. So she gave the money, paid for it, and told him to keep the change. He had tears in his eyes and it made Sandy Mom cry too. He said that was the best coffee he had ever drank, and to thank her. This year she's not able to do it, and I know she feels bad. But she hopes by doing these vlogs for Vlogmas the best she can, that's her way of giving back. I'm sure you could think of ways to give back too, Alfie. I can. I know I can. Everybody can change, especially in this year when everybody needs some happy thoughts. So I'm wishing all Sandy's subscribers who have really become her friends to just try to be kind. And I'll be kind. I'll try not to get in too much mischief. I know you haven't seen my mischief yet. We'll see if you do. Sandy Mom's just having a hard time right now, but she's trying to get a video of me getting into trouble. But you know, that's my way of saying, I love you. So don't forget, St. Nicholas Day. And I'm so happy I left this chocolate. Maybe I should write a note and remind her that Polly should eat it. I think that's a good idea. Right there, see? You just thought of something good to do. The moral of the story is, sometimes you don't even know you're doing something good. Don't forget, everyone, St. Nicholas Day, and be kind. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little tiny skit I put on, trying to catch Alfie in his acts to show you. I hope you're doing okay. I don't hear from a lot of you and I worry, so if you can just put a hi so I know you're okay. I'm sure everyone's busy with the holidays. But don't forget to subscribe, hit like. There's like, hit the notification bell, share. Sharing is caring. Don't forget to share our channel. It helps us grow, and Alfie and Mrs. Penguin would like to grow with us. Don't forget to be kind. You don't know what people are going through. Just a smile. I know we wear masks, or if you don't, you can smile with your eyes. Help people out if you can, because we're all going through a hard time and people have even more on their plate that we don't know. So it's always good to be kind to people. Also, be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Do something nice for yourself and others. And most importantly, stay safe. From Alfie, Mrs. Penguin, Polly, and me. And let me know, do you have an advent calendar? I know there's ones with cheese. I was trying to find one at Aldi's with cheese. I thought that would be nice for Polly, but they didn't have it. They have ones where, well, adult ones with adult beverages. They have all kinds. I saw on some YouTube channels, the big YouTubers, their kids had Barbie dolls and all kinds of stuff. There was a Lego one I wanted to get for Polly for 2 years now, and I haven't been able to get it because he enjoys Legos, but oh well, he's happy with this, and he's patiently waiting for me to give him the calendar, so I hope you're doing well. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Bye. Be looking for my antics, and I love you. Stay safe.